Hello, hello. It's been a minute, but I have returned back again for another story. All right, we're just gonna hop right into it. Today we are reading Papa John's Tall Tale. And like always, I'm gonna read it back, a little excerpt at the end first. Exaggeration tales that magnify the truth outrageously are generally called tall tales or simply lies. They are also known as Munchhausens, after a German baron who told exaggerated stories about his travels. And in various parts of America, they have been called toasties, gallifloppers, windies, whoppers, and longbows. They are found throughout this country and all over the world. Tall tales are told with enormous solemnity. Solemnity. Love it. About huge mosquitoes, giant vegetables, incredible hunters and marksmen, and practically anything else, such as the northern mule who got in the southerner's corn crib. It was a hot day, and the corn commenced to pop, for it was popcorn. And the mule froze to death on account of he thought the popcorn was snow. Or the potato farmer who was approached by a stranger asking to buy 100 pounds of potatoes. The potato farmer finally said, I can't do it. It'd be wrong to cut a potato in two. Papa John's Tall Tale. Papa John was an old timer, and we did what he told us. Jake was his son, and after he had dinner, Papa John told Jake to find a horse that was fastest. Jake went to the big house, asked for the horse that was fastest. House Jim says, take Mrs. Riding Horse. That one is the fastest. That the one is fastest. So Jake rode Mrs.'s mare on back over to Papa John. He got there before he left, too. He says, Papa, here's fastest. Who the mare belong to? Asked Papa John. Belong to Mrs., Jake says. How you know she is fastest? Papa John says. I know she is fastest because I'm here before I'm gone, says Jake. And it was the truth. Got back before he left. Any fool could see that. Well, Papa John says. Okay. Well, Papa John says, take that mare and take this pumpkin seed on your back. Don't drop it, it's heavy. Carry it on over to the field. Take a shovel and make a hole a quarter-mile wide and drop that pumpkin seed in. That all? Asked Jake. No, said Papa John. You got to get out of there as fast as you can. That's why you riding the horse that's fastest. Don't look back. Just get out of there once you drop that pumpkin seed. So Jake did what he was told, and we was all watching. That mare run as best she knew how, which was fastest. But it wasn't good enough. Jake said, get up and go on, fastest. He looked back, and what he wasn't supposed to do, which slowed him down some, and saw the pumpkin seed was growing vines, and the vines was after that fastest mare. The mare and Jake had to climb across the leaves to keep going. And then there were pumpkins house high. The hogs was eating inside of them and living in there. So Jake and the horse riding on through. Get on back to Papa John. Real upset Jake was, and told him what happened. Papa John soothed him. That's all right. That's all right. Nothing gonna get you next to me here, Papa John said. That wasn't much of a pumpkin seed to begin with. You should have been around when I was a turnip grower. You a turnip grower, Papa? Asked Jake. Was one time, Papa John said. I plowed me 2 acres. I got me a mountain of manure and spread it on thick. Then I put down the turnip seed. What happened? Jake asked him. Well, all of a sudden, Papa John says. That manure was slopped up. That turnip grew so a herd of cows would get up under a turnip leaf and sleep all day. So I had to fence it, keep all out. Took me 6 months to fence around that turnip too. When that turnip growed up, Papa John continued, I had to find some way to cook it. I went down there to a man who could make things. I said, I need a pot big and high as a hill. Man says, I can do it. Hire me some hands to help me. That's what he did, Papa John said. He hires up 100 hands. They dug up that hill for the day. Then there was a molding and casting that hill into a pot. When it was done, they had them a clay pot hill high. Then the man could make things. Got another 100 hands to help roll that pot atop that turnip. Wasn't no use trying to get the turnip in the pot. So that's how we had to cook it, with the fire above the pot and the turnip under it. Take you long? Asked Jake. Well, it took about a year to get it boiled through, but it cooked up real fine, that turnip did, Papa John said. How long ago was that? I love this artwork. Oh, when you was a little fella, Papa John said. Been years ago. Well, I sure would have liked to tasted that turnip, Papa, Jake said. Well, you had your chance, Papa John said. You ate the last piece of it for your dinner today. I like the exaggeration. All right. Also, shout out to the illustrators, Leo and Diane. Unfortunately, I need to look it up because Nubs ripped off this piece and it's around here somewhere. So I don't know the last name, but shout out to the illustrators. This was cute. This was fun. And let's see. Next week, I think I can come back next week. We got a little longer one next week called Manuel Had a Riddle. Love that. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you would like to hire me, Symba, for voice acting and narration, email me at the Symba Luna Show at gmail.com. And I will see y'all next week. Love. Peace.